In the chaos of modern life, endless notifications, cheap dopamine, constant noise, few men ever touch true silence. Not the silence of an empty room, but the kind that hums from within when a man stops scattering his life force. Semen retention is that silence, not soft or delicate, but heavy, grounded, and unshakable. Hold on, before we unlock the real power of semen retention, hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel, link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines, become part of the movement. It's the calm that descends when a man stops being tossed by his urges and starts commanding them. The same energy that once rushed out in seconds now builds behind his eyes, thickening his aura, sharpening his mind. Suddenly, he doesn't chase. He doesn't rush. He walks through the world like thunder held in a human frame, quiet but undeniably powerful. Most men today are taught the opposite. They're told to release, to feel better, to relieve pressure, to stay balanced. What they're never told is that constant release rewires the brain to expect weakness. It traps them in an endless loop of seeking quick relief while losing the very energy that could make them strong. This isn't about superstition, it's biology. The seed carries not just potential life, but potent chemicals that influence mood, motivation, and magnetism. When retained, this charge doesn't vanish. It reabsorbs, feeding the nervous system, amplifying focus, and fueling ambition. The man who learns to hold that energy isn't deprived, he's loaded, humming with purpose. The same calm that saints sought through meditation, warriors through battle, and kings through discipline, is reborn in him. That's why the calm of semen retention feels paradoxical, peaceful, yet fierce. It's not the calm of passivity, but the calm before impact. A man rooted in retention doesn't react. He responds. He doesn't panic under pressure because his inner storm is already tamed. He can face rejection, temptation, or chaos without crumbling. His energy no longer leaks through lust or fear. He condenses into clarity. People feel it when he walks in a presence that steadies the air, commands respect, and draws curiosity without trying. He's not desperate for validation because he already possesses himself. This inner stillness becomes a weapon, silent but devastating to everything false. Yet, the path isn't easy. The modern man faces traps at every turn. Algorithms engineered to trigger lust, loneliness masked as entertainment, and peers who laugh at restraint. But that's the test. Semen retention strips away illusions. It forces a man to see his distractions, his addictions, and his excuses for what they are. Self-sabotage in disguise. When he resists them, he begins to remember his own design, to conquer, to build, to lead. Each day of retention isn't just about abstaining. It's a hammer strike of self-control, forging patience, resilience, and precision. He starts moving differently, slower, more deliberate, but with the weight of certainty. His calm no longer feels like softness. It's the tension of stored lightning, and that's where the transformation happens, the calm that hits like a god's hammer. The retained man doesn't need to shout his worth or chase fleeting highs. His silence speaks louder than any boast. His focus becomes his currency, his discipline, his crown. Women sense it, not as arrogance, but as gravity, the kind that pulls without asking. The system can't sell him distractions anymore because he's seen behind the curtain. He's no longer driven by impulse, but guided by intent. The energy he once wasted becomes the fuel that rebuilds his body, sharpens his intuition, and ignites his purpose. Semen retention, at its core, isn't about suppression, it's transmutation. It's taking the wild chaos of male energy and turning it into the calm that changes everything it touches. The calm that hits, quiet but absolute, like a god's hammer. There are men whose silence weighs more than a crowd's roar. They speak little, move slowly, yet every motion trembles with intention. This is not accident. It is the art of containment energy mastered instead of spilled. In an age addicted to reaction, restraint has become rebellion. Most rush to prove themselves in noise, while the rare few gather power in stillness. Their calm is not weakness. It is the quiet coiling of lightning. A man learns this only after he exhausts himself chasing validation. He argues, over-explains, competes for attention, until one day his own echo bores him. He begins to sense that his words spend more energy than his work earns. So he starts to hold things back, not from fear, but from focus. Each thought unspoken, each impulse withheld, becomes stored voltage inside the spirit. Silence turns into a forge where purpose takes shape. At first, it feels unnatural. The ego screams for recognition, for release, for someone to notice. But gradually, he discovers a subtler satisfaction, the dignity of inner control. Energy conserved becomes awareness sharpened. Where he once reacted, he now reads patterns. He sees motives behind words, timing behind chance, structure behind chaos. People begin to feel him before they hear him. His presence steadies rooms. Arguments fade when he enters, not from fear, but from gravity. This is a calm that hits like a god's hammer, no noise, only impact. The hammer's power lies in patience. It waits motionless until the moment of contact, and then all stored force flows through a single strike. So too, the disciplined man channels every ounce of energy into chosen action. Physiologically, his breath deepens, pulse slows, and gaze stabilizes. Psychologically, his thoughts stop scattering like sparks. They become a single flame. Spiritually, he senses the same current running through wind, blood, and cosmos. He realizes that mastery of self is mastery of movement. Nothing external controls him because he no longer negotiates with impulse. His emotions report to purpose. His purpose reports to truth. This calm is misunderstood by the untrained. They call it coldness, arrogance, detachment. Yet beneath it lives immense empathy, the clarity to see without being drowned by what is seen. He listens differently now. Each word from others is filtered through silence, and silence edits truth from noise. He learns that real understanding grows in pauses, not replies. In relationships, people trust him. His calm communicates safety. His steadiness breeds respect. He no longer chases affection. His grounded energy invites it. Creativity multiplies. The mind once scattered by distraction now becomes an instrument tuned to precision. Ideas appear whole because nothing leaks through worry or haste. Work changes rhythm. He finishes what he begins, acts without rush, rests without guilt. Efficiency replaces intensity. Excellence replaces effort. Even his body transforms. Stress once burning, his nerves now converts into endurance. He discovers that true power doesn't shake, it stands still. Friends notice but cannot name the change. Some feel peace around him. Others feel confronted by their own turbulence. He learns that calmness exposes restlessness just by existing. The world's chaos no longer seduces him. News, trends, gossip lose grip, for his compass points inward. This detachment isn't escape, it's sovereignty. Discipline becomes delight. Each day of consistency deepens confidence. Each hour of awareness adds weight to his presence. He no longer measures success by applause, but by alignment. There is thunder hidden in this peace. When he finally acts, the world listens not because he demands attention, but because he has earned resonance. His words travel farther for having crossed silence first. Such men become rare beacons. They lead without shouting, inspire without preaching, win without boasting. Their stillness is contagious. Their composure, a mirror of what humanity forgets. The benefits unfold quietly. Sharper intuition, quicker recovery, steadier emotion, longer focus. Science calls it regulation. Spirit calls it harmony. Either way, energy once wasted is now wisely invested. He no longer fears solitude. In solitude, he meets himself, polishes intention, forgives the past, strengthens vision. Loneliness turns into laboratory. When provoked, he chooses response over reaction. Others see mercy. He feels mastery. The hammer rests again unmoved until needed. This calm has power in negotiation, in art, in love, in conflict. Because it is not pretense, it is grounded reality. People sense when peace is genuine, it vibrates differently. Eventually, he realizes he has stopped performing. He doesn't need to prove calm, he is calm. The distinction marks the passage from practice to embodiment. Now, his days flow with rhythm instead of routine. Each task begins with breath, ends with gratitude. Life feels orchestrated by awareness rather than driven by fear. He becomes careful with speech, knowing every word carries frequency. Praise and criticism weigh the same. Truth alone determines direction. This neutrality becomes his armor. At times he smiles at who he used to be loud, hurried, drained. He understands that all chaos was training, a furnace to purify will. The man who can hold himself can hold anything. Calm becomes charisma. Without trying, he attracts opportunity and trust. Both sense stability. The universe responds to coherence, the way iron filings align to a magnet. He realizes that serenity is not softness but strength disciplined through love. It strikes without wounding, shines without blinding, rules without owning. Such calm is the echo of divine design. All right, you've got this incredible energy now, don't let it dissipate. Before you click off, prove you were here. Smash that like button, and if you're serious about this journey, hit subscribe right now. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. In the end, he sees that every tradition taught the same secret: contain energy, focus, intention, act with awareness. Those 3 steps turn ordinary existence into sacred craft. This is the real proof, not in miracles or applause, but in the quiet revolution of character. The storm that once raged outward now powers creation within, and when the world again calls him to hurry, to shout, to scatter, he simply breathes, smiles, and lets silence answer. Because the calm inside him hits harder than any thunder outside. He has become the hammer in the stillness, the lightning in the sky that holds it. A man complete and shaken, unhurried, unafraid.